Peace and blessings, everyone. It's your favorite truth seeker and truth teller. Excuse me. And I'm back with another video tonight. First, again, my name is Wise, and I created this channel first to talk about men's mental health, which is probably the most ignored facet of mental health in the country, especially when it pertains to black men, as we're always taught to, suck it up or don't express our feelings, things of that nature. And that's a very destructive attitude to take. But as I expressed in the past, while I was thinking about this page, which is called Donic, and I have yet to reveal what that means, it morphed into something more because I have so much more to say than just about mental health. And that's part of the reason which really caused me to have mental health problems in the first place, is that I have so much to speak about and so much to teach and so much to learn. And I don't have those outlets to be able to, have that inflow and outflow of information that I can keep on doing my studies where I would like to. But on tonight's video, I want to get back to my original reason for making this video, which again is mental health. And I haven't made a video. I made one yesterday. But before yesterday, I had made one in about a week. And it all stems from depression. Depression is paralyzing at times. You have things to do. There's things you need to complete, but you really just can't do it. You're stuck. You want to get up, you want to do this, you want to do that, but you're stuck inside your head. You're thinking about the next doomsday scenario. What's going to go wrong? And in my case, it's always triggered. I'm not going to say triggered, but it's more amplified by isolation, as I'm basically a very isolated person. When my son's daughter doesn't, when my daughter's little brother doesn't come over on the weekends, I'm just isolated. He can come over this weekend. And I've known that for this whole week. And a lot of the things I was supposed to do this week that would have given me some interaction with other human beings fell through. So it's just me alone, isolated. And people always want to say, well, live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment. But for me, living in the moment is isolation. There's no togetherness. There's there's rarely a phone call. People pick up the phone and say, hey, man, I'm just calling to see how you doing or see if you need anything. I don't get that. Support, like I see, some other people get. I suppose that there are people that don't get support, but, I feel for them because this is quite literally hell. It's quite literally hell. It's hard to go to sleep at night, and when you go to sleep, it's like you're just thinking, like, wow, what happened? I turned 50 years old last December, and this is not what I pictured my life to be like at 50. Especially with all the sacrifices I've made in life, for others. I've always been taking care of others, always been looking out for others, always putting others before myself. Because to me, as I've been raised, that's what a man is supposed to do. We're protectors and we're providers. So that's what I've done. I've protected, I've provided. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it, it's just me when I need protection. There is no reciprocity or reciprocation. There's 8.5 billion people on this planet, and I'm not connected to any of them. I don't have someone I can pick up the phone and have a heart-to-heart conversation. And they help me to hash out my feelings. The only interaction I really have with people outside of my daughter's little brother is transactional. If there's not some type of transaction going on, which is 99.9% of the time, me having to pay in some form or another, then I don't get that interaction. Whether it be with my therapist or going to the doctors or having somebody come and help me around the house or whatever it may be. It's transactional. And if I don't have anything to offer, I just don't get it. That's extremely painful. I turned 50 years old, like I said, in December. I sat in here and watched TV alone and got drunk by myself in the dark. That's the only time I actually really feel like myself is when I'm drinking alcohol. It's not fun, and I don't want to live this way. I look at all the men in my family, and they were able to build things, have a family, create something, have a legacy. And my entire legacy died with my daughter. And that's a tough pill to swallow at times. As it'd be one thing because a lot of people lost children, but I didn't expect a year and a half after I lost my child, I would lose my health as well, my ability to walk. So whereas before in the past when I was dealing with depression, the gym was a huge outlet for me. Like I felt bad, I go to the gym and work it out. I always felt better. I don't even have that outlet anymore. So now, like as a person that deals with severe depression, and at times it gets on me and it weighs on me very, very heavily, there's no outlet but just my thoughts of myself. And I'm pretty much sure I'm not the only person that's dealing with this. There's a lot of men that are walking around and dealing with a lot of heavy weight, but we find a way to shed that weight off and put on a mask when we go out among society. And a lot of these men out here that you see that eventually snap, they're doing so after having had to deal with years of weight that just became too much to deal with. That's a reason why I created this platform as well. I needed some type of release without judgment. Everyone has a judgment now. Everyone wants to tell you, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be saying this, you should be saying that. And they don't really understand who you are as a human being. And everybody wants to feel understood by at least someone on some level. Unless you're just an absolute introvert, you don't want to be around people. Me, I'm not that type of person. I'm not saying I need 100 people around me all the time and we're constantly doing things as a crew and all. I don't need that. But I do need that close interaction, with other human beings. Feminine energy. Because feminine energy is healing. It's like feminine energy is creative due to the fact that the woman creates the baby in her womb through the use of the sperm. It's also healing, as healing and creative go hand in hand. What little bit of interaction I do get with females, I always feel much better when I'm around them because that energy is softer. It's not hard. It's not feeling like you're fighting against another rock. It's not draining in that sense. But you do have some females out here that are absolutely parasites. Just like you have men out here that are absolutely parasites. But the ones that have the genuine intentions, they actually are easy when you're around them. Because that's the energy that feminine energy gives. And I'm missing all of it. I don't get any of it. It's been 16 years I've been like this. I'm lying. It's been 12 years. When my daughter was here, at least I had her nurses that I could interact with. My daughter was nonverbal, and she didn't really have any meaningful movement. So I could imagine what I think she would be thinking or think what she would be saying to me, but I don't know. That's just something I made up in my head. But I was doing the best I could. And as a man, I'm giving it the best fight I have. But it's tough. It's tough. Reach out to the people you care about. Let them know you care. That small gesture can mean so much to them. So much. You'd be surprised at times I'll be here feeling so bad and the phone might ring, and just because the phone rang and I had a 5 minute conversation with that person, I felt that much better, and that little conversation, gave me the energy to just fight on a little more. But sometimes it gets heavy. I know with me, it's this whole weekend I was isolated. Um, I came home on Thursday. I didn't go back out again until today. I said I gotta get out of the house for at least a little while. I took a little drive. You know, um, that's rough. That's rough. I hope that one day I will have some of those things because it's not really. It's really difficult. It's really difficult being isolated like this. Again, my name is Wise. It's kind of a tough video for me to make, but again, my name is Wise, and reach out to your people to tell them you love them, man. It means so much. If you found any value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I love you all, and keep your head up. Peace.